Alright, something a little different today. Grand Pigeon's Duty. I've played this a bit, as you can see, um, and I still don't know what to think of it. Basically, I can't find a way to get the intro story to come back up again, but the story is this. It's in the not too distant future, and humanity has found a solution to... We are trying to be like men. um, Basically, doesn't need food anymore due to some kind of technological progress, and because of that there's no leftovers, and if there's no leftovers, pigeons don't have anything to eat, so you're trying to get their attention by... I'll show you. Let's just start level 1. And I'm going to do voices. Welcome, John. We heard about your extraordinary abilities, which is why we sent for you coherent. Assistants told me that you think it's super fast bowel disease, but now we desperately need your help. Of course you can refuse, just coming out of this game, but then we lost hundreds of thousands of birds. If you're willing to stay, then just keep listening to me. Excellent, our headquarters started work a few weeks ago, but we've been waiting for you. But first you must pass the training. The trainings will take place in sparsely populated areas. Your goals will be static. So much strain is not necessary. So, let us turn to a brief digression. See that car? You need to attack this car 3 times. Fly left, fly right, press right. Drop the shells by pressing space. We don't want to overfeed you because it's just training. Enough for 5 shells. So, there's a food crisis for the pigeons. So poop is in limited supply. Yeah. I'm sure that will be enough. Now start training. If you watch my channel, it's kind of split between 2 separate and until today unrelated subjects, which are flight games like DCS and Star Citizen, Rise of Flight. Oh, I missed one. Let's restart that. And then I've got other stuff, which videos featuring my pet pigeon named Henry. And due to this crazy ass pigeon game, I've got games and pigeons in the same medium. It's amazing. Accurate hitting with the target without missing a beat. Great job, soldier. Let's move on to the next stage of training. Now you need to attack 2 cards with limited ammo, so you have right to only 1 mistake. Erwin will explain to you why we do it. He's familiar with the human psyche, so you should listen to him. Oh, you just arrived, but the birds are always talking about you as the winner. Society will hate you if you screw up. No pressure. I'm gonna get a bit of water here. Now I want to talk to you. You need to attack 2 cars 3 times to give people food for thought. They don't have to take it for a coincidence. Understand? Okay, in any case, just do it. Listen to me, and your heart, that's all. Forward. So, I wanted to address the subject of pigeons while playing this game. It's a very divisive subject, believe it or not. I did not expect this. Well, good result. I praise you. While you attack the cars, the bad news came. Hello, John. My name is Frank. I'm here from the base of the Birds Front. My job is to study weather conditions and the economy. Now I need to inform you that the hurricane is coming. No, it's not terrible for the bird flying, but now your shells will blow to the wind. Who knows where they will fall, as each sample has its own weight. So there's dispersion. But before each flight, we'll know the wind direction. I hope you'll quickly get used to these weather conditions. I persuaded the commander to give you lunches for a larger supply of ammunition. We believe in you, John. Remind people that they are not alone on this planet. Good luck.
Right. So, first off, I'd like to address that whole flying rat, or rats with wings stereotype, which is total bullshit. And I say this partially in jest, because I know I'm not going to convince the world that pigeons are a good thing. But that whole flying rat thing started, I think it was a New York City council member, New York City, who made that comment offhand because he had an agenda to just get rid of pigeons, without any scientific basis. Ooh, just fine. You have a very keen eye. For the remaining rations, we will feed a whole family. Job is done. That's good. You still have time, strength. You'll proceed to the last, but difficult exercise. So, this guy didn't like pigeons. This was sometime back in the 60s or whatever, and he said, oh, they're just rats with wings, and it's stuck, and even though there's no basis in reality for them to be called that, they do. The only similarity I would say between pigeons and rats is that they do tend to live where human beings do. They're very adaptable, very tough, but they're not the disease-carrying things people tend to think they are. They're no more disease-carrying than any other bird. They're just doves that are very adaptive.
Cool. You need to hit each card twice. This is your last practice before going to the people.
So the only real health hazard they have is if you actually consume, that is, if you eat their poop, you're probably going to get a disease, but that's true of pretty much everything. So don't eat pigeon poop and you're going to be fine.
Today and in the coming days, you won't have a surplus. One mistake, one awkward step will ruin our message to the people. People are not stupid.
I beg to differ.
They are always looking for meaning in everything, even if it is not. For this reason, it is important that all the details of our messages were clear for them. They should not cause doubts. Now let's go.
So there is a very remote chance that if you spend your life around high concentrations of pigeon crap, that you can get a disease from it. I think it's some kind of fungus. But even people who raise pigeons, damn it, I did it again, talking about pigeons instead of being one. People who raise like flocks of pigeons, like pigeon raisers, and people who raise fancy pigeons and stuff like that, they actually tend not to get the disease. And if you're really going to be in it, cleaning up a bunch of pigeon crap, if you wear one of those respirating masks, you'll be fine. So that's that. They're really just a dove. That's all they are. They're exceptional in a lot of ways, but not what people think. Excuse me.
You caught with the wind did not make mistakes. Fine, soldier. I know that Erwin explained the importance. We're counting on you. It's time to start.
So I guess that was the tutorial level. And this is where you actually have to hit people. This is actually pretty difficult.
Soldier, this is your first outing. We know how you avoided the illness, but now it is you and your accuracy that are vital to us. Yet do not hurry. There is one thing I should say. Any action sponsored from the outside, both militarily and civilians, us investing Bird's Bank of Bread. This bank is almost the last repository of bread. Last week, the bank management was greatly reduced in rations. They agreed to increase the admission if before the first flight they are meeting their representative. Here he is, suspicious type. Be careful, John.
And my throat's gonna hurt, so I'm not gonna do a voice for this character. I didn't eat the bun, it's a lie. Not eating. Oh, hi John. My name is Nick. I present Bird's Bank of Bread. My boss found out that you will join the resistance. If your commander wants the deliveries were resumed, you will have to reckon with us. The bank will draw a conclusion on the results of today's action, and I will get back to you with a request. I wish you luck. Oh yeah, and this is translated from Russian, I think. And there's a note about that, like in the menu. You can, yeah, we'll probably get over that in a minute.
He talked about his return. That is what I thought. The bank wants to make your actions profitable. Well, do what they say. I hope this doesn't hurt the plans of headquarters. So, he got us distracted. You need to hit 6 times in the car and 6 times in the people. For 14 attacks, you've had enough food. Good luck, soldier.
Right, so this is where we actually have to hit the people, and they're actually really freaking difficult to hit, as you can see. So I wasn't planning on talking about pigeons playing a game in which, playing a, you know, kind of 16-bit retro style flying a pigeon around, pooping on people in cars game in the evening. That wasn't in my plans. Nor was raising pigeons in general. If you've seen my Henry the Pigeon videos, you're gonna be like, hey, why does this guy have a friggin' pigeon? Long story. Aha, what a flying, John. That's great. You exceeded all expectations. Oh, thank you. Okay, we'll talk about it later. How's your sex life? Huh? Oh, I don't know why I asked that. Sorry, John. I was just trying to keep the conversation going. Oh, it sounds strange. Okay, I'll tell the boss about your results. Goodbye.
Finally, he's gone. Good job, John. I'll report on the results of the action.
Basically where I work, there's a big awning, and a lot of pigeons like to nest in that awning, but occasionally baby birds fall out. You can see where this is going. I found some babies and rescued them and raised them and released them.
Bad news, John. People absolutely did not react to our attack. Irwin says that we are doing everything wrong, so we need to increase the scale for a good result. He offers to give you a ration of 50 shells. It will hurt us, so this is not an option. I believe that we will achieve the attention of people after a gradual increase. So today we will just increase the number of hits on targets, but don't spend a lot of bread. You need to hit 12 people and 3 times in each car. For these purposes, we'll issue a ration of 24 shells. Good luck, John. We hope that today will draw on us the attention of the people.
So Henry isn't actually Henry is not one of the birds I rescued from work. Henry is the offspring of 2 of the birds I rescued from work. I built a little shelter for him. And the first 2 birds that we raised, they're still around. They live freely outside. They don't really depend on us or anything. But I built a shelter for him to raise them. And we released them, and they flew around for a while, and once they got mature, they came back to that shelter, built a nest, and had a few clutches of eggs, and those babies flew and became free pigeons. Except for one. Actually, there was a clutch of 2. I'm screwing this up because I'm talking. Yeah, take it, buddy. The parent pigeons sadly fed one of the 2 babies, I think a rock or something, and it got stuck in his throat and killed him. So we were so angry, not angry but sad, that the remaining baby pigeon in there we took out. We figured, hey, if these parents are just going to choke their babies to death, we can do a better job. We've raised like 7 or 8 baby pigeons. We can raise this one too. Well, that pigeon became Henry because when we went to release, when he got big enough to fly and live on his own and forage and eat seeds and stuff, normally what we do is we do like a gradual release process and make sure they can fly on their own and stuff. Well, Henry just wouldn't leave. Every time we opened the door to go outside, he'd fly back through the door, and we kept fighting it, and throwing him back out the door, and he just kept coming back through. I guess it's that homing instinct, right? And eventually we just kind of quit fighting it and said, okay, well, he's ours now, and that's how we got Henry. Whoa. We can hit 2 at once. So now you know how I got Henry. But really, it's kind of fun I mean, pigeons are really easy to raise. You can see how they're so prolific because they can eat lots and lots of different kinds of things. Yeah. But if you see a stranded baby pigeon, they're actually pretty easy to raise. You buy baby bird food from the pet store, which is easy to prepare. It's just kind of a mix, and you microwave it with some water, just like you do with oatmeal. And you get a syringe, and you squirt them into the pigeon. But you have to be careful. There's some guides online if you're interested. Like I said, raising pigeons or having a pigeon pet, not something I planned on. More was doing a video of this nature. So, anyway, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to unify, you know, gaming and pigeons. And I'm gonna play this game some more. If you have any questions about pigeons or anything, I know a bit about them. I'm not an expert, but I know enough to raise them and take care of them and have one for a pet. So I'll talk to you guys later. This is probably the weirdest video I've ever done.